Hey, how's it going everybody? SinnfullDuck here, and welcome to another ESO video. Today is going to be kind of a quick video, but I want to take you guys through a couple of small issues that I'm having with this new patch in terms of the new armor bonuses and penalties, and specifically with light armor. So, for any of you guys who have followed the channel for a little while, you probably know that I've always played a Magic Nightblade, and not that long ago, uh, Markarth, I think it was, at the beginning of Markarth, I put the Nightblade away and I pulled out my Magic Warden because they kind of broke Magic Nightblade for PvP. Cloak was broken. The skills are kind of all over. The class is kind of a little bit of a mess. I'd really love to get back into it in this patch. Their foundation is there. The foundation is there to be able to do that. But in order to do that, we need to have some changes, I think, done to light armor. And I want to explain a little bit of my thought process here in this video. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on this too. If any of you have tried to run light armor and run into the same issues, I'd love to hear about it. If you've tried light armor and have no idea why I'm sitting here complaining, let me know that too. I'm really interested to hear your guys' experience with light armor in Flames of Ambition. So let me get into the game here. And I want to show you guys this real quick. So I'm going to buff up. Just got my armor buff on here. And this is a light armor build right here. And I've got, you can see 20,000 physical resistance with my buff on. That's not bad. That's not bad, right? That's pretty good for light armor, I think. Pretty good. But let me change that real quick over to this. It's going to be the exact same sets, but it's going to be heavy armor instead of light. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now you can see with same sets, but wearing heavy armor, I'm at 26.5, almost 26.6 physical resistance. So that's a difference of 6,000 physical resistance. Now, when you're in light, you get extra bonuses to spell resist, which is great if you're fighting against magicka-based characters. But let's be honest here, with the way the game is right now, I would say a good at least 90%, if not more, of the player base in PvP is stamina. It's just better. That's really all there is to it. It's better. So most people are stamina. So your physical resistance is really the one that's most important in the majority of fights you're going to be in. That 6,000 physical resist is equivalent to about 9% damage. So the light armor is taking 9% more damage just for being light armor. That's it. Just the difference between light and heavy. And that's fine. That needs to be there. That's a good thing. You don't want, obviously, light and heavy to be mitigating the same damage. They need to have different play styles, and I understand that. But for those of you who are already thinking, why is this guy whining about light armor? You're supposed to be squishy. I get it. Hear me out here for just a minute, and let me kind of make my case a little bit, and then you can leave comments or whatever you're going to do. But hopefully you at least understand where I'm coming from here. So I want to go into the armor passives here. So with light armor, like I said, we're taking 9% more damage wearing the same sets just for going from light to heavy or heavy to light. 9% more damage, right? And then if you look at the bonuses, when we wear light armor, we're getting more spell resistance from this passive here just for being in light. That's great. I like that. But then up here in the bonuses, we reduce damage taken from magical attacks by 1%. Okay, why? It feels a little bit redundant to me, but I get that they're with the bonuses and penalties, they're trying to do a rock, paper, scissors thing, but I don't know. It seems like the magical attacks, that's only helping against magicka-based characters. And magicka-based characters, they're going to have the same thing. So In a magic versus magic fight, it's almost like turning it into heavy armor. Okay, cool. It's not needed, but it's cool. But then we go to the penalties here, and you've got first line, increased damage taken from martial attacks by 1% per piece. I'm wearing 5 pieces in this setup, so that's 5% more damage. That gets put on top of the 9% I've already got. I don't know exactly how their calculations go, or if they go together, but just for the sake of ease here, I'm going to just lump them all together. So let's say we've got 9% more damage taken just because we're in light armor, and then on top of it, against the majority of people being stamina, we're taking another 5%. So that's 14% more damage that we're taking for being in light armor against most people in PvP right now. It's a little unnecessary, and the only real benefit we're getting from it is the extra spell penetration that you get, which is great. It's extra damage, that is good. But at the expense of taking 14% more damage, in all this light armor, I'll gain 7% damage. So I'll do 7% more, but I'll take 14% more. That kind of hurts. Not a good trade-off there, I don't think. And I don't understand why they did it. I know they're trying to go for a rock, paper, scissors thing where, you know, light armor is better against heavy or whatever, but light armor is just bad against stamina. That's all there is to it. Light armor is bad against stamina, good against magicka. So it's good against itself, but bad against stamina. So stamina being everybody who's running around in medium and almost everybody who's running around in heavy. I was talking with my buddy Grimsforge Gaming, who I'm sure most of you guys know, but we got to talking about how this playstyle should go, and I was telling him, you know, you've got these bonuses here to your dodge roll cost and your break free. So light armor is really actually very good at your stamina use. So you're not using up a ton of stamina with dodge rolls and break frees, and that's great because in light armor you have a very small magicka pool. So it's nice that you get to keep that, and it doesn't, you know, a couple dodge rolls isn't going to run you out of stamina and then you're dead. So that's a really good change for light armor. The difficulty is that, well, number one, medium armor gets a passive for the same thing, but theirs is bigger. So, okay, fine. Medium armor is supposed to be the slippery armor type. I get it. That's fine. But if I do a couple dodge rolls, where does that get me? Gets me a little bit of distance. I avoid a couple of hits. That's fine. But what if I've already taken a hit? Well, taking 14% extra damage from people, it hurts. I've noticed in running around in light armor, you take one hit and it hurts. You feel every single hit. And so you need a way while you're roll dodging to heal up. When you're wearing medium armor, your stamina, you can have vigor going during that roll dodge and you're good to go. To do an equivalent thing with magicka, you got to run resto staff. As stamina, you don't have any restriction on your weapon type, but with light armor, you have to run a resto staff, and you've got to have something like rapid regen going, unless your class has something, and then that's great. But we talked about shields, something like harness magicka, dampen magic, and I played around with both of these just to test them out, and I realized that they're not big enough in PvP. I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed that you put on a shield and you get hit once and the shield's gone. And that's fine, except for if you're trying to heal up during that. You know, you're not trying to stand and brawl or anything. You're trying to roll and heal up. That absorbs one hit. You need a good hot going. So, okay, so you got the hot going. But then what if you take a big hit and you need to be able to absorb some damage and throw a burst heal? Well, Grim talked to me about running something like Bone Shield. Great. It's a stamina ability, which is good because with the light armor passives, we're not using very much stamina for rolling and breaking free anyway. So, okay, throw on the bone shield. Let's give it a shot. But then we need the 2 shields so we can shield stack. We need a burst heal, and we need a hot. So basically, to do what a stamina user can do, whether they're medium or light, to do what a stamina user can do with a roll dodge and vigor, we have to use 4 slots. We could get away with 3, I'm sure. Having 1 shield, a burst heal, and a hot. Okay. But we're using the way too many slots to try and be defensive. And the problem with roll dodging in light armor is that we're going to roll dodge, but we're never going to be in a safe distance to turn around and be able to deal damage before we're getting hit again. And that comes down to the fact that stamina, no matter what they're using pretty much, they can either hit you from range with a bow, or whether it's through weapons or classes, everybody has a gap closer. So me here on my warden, you know, I do a couple roll dodges, I try and sprint away a little bit, they just gap close to me and we start the whole process over again. So it would be nice as a Magicka user, at least with the current update, if we could get rid of the reduced damage taken from magical. We don't need that. But at the same time, get rid of the increased damage taken from martial attacks. We really don't need that. Just by virtue of being in light armor, that's already happening. So I really think that light armor could be a good contender for this patch. It could do really well, but the fact that it takes so much extra damage from stamina users is really going to hold it back and force people to continue playing stamina. And I really want to see the game evolve to a point where you can run stamina or magicka and have fun with both, and both be competitive and on multiple classes, not just, magicka sorks or, DKs. I want to see the comeback of the solo Magic Warden or the Magic Nightblade. And I think with the way light armor is right now, that's going to be very difficult unless they get rid of this penalty. I know light armor is supposed to be squishy, but 14% additional damage just from light to heavy, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. But anyway, I've gone on long enough here. You guys get the point. I want light armor to be good, but I feel in its current state, it's not quite there yet. A lot of good things have been done with the bonuses, but it still needs a little bit of tweaking. And mainly just so we can free up button space. We need to free up bar slots, because if I run heavy, my health-based heal is all I need. That's it. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Again, have you had any experience with light armor in this update? Has it been good? Has it been bad? Did you try it and then go right back to heavy as a Magicka user? Or did you try it and go back to your Stam class? Let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more ESO content. Until next time, guys, take it easy.